On a crisp autumn day, November 3, 1957, Canadian Pacific Airlines Flight 3501 prepared for a routine flight. The Bristol Britannia 314, a large turboprop airliner, was scheduled to fly from Vancouver, Canada to Amsterdam, Netherlands. The flight carried 36 passengers and a crew of 8. Among the passengers were families returning home after holidays, businessmen on trips, and young adventurers seeking new experiences. The mood on board was likely a mix of anticipation and the usual pre-flight jitters. Little did anyone know that Flight 3501 would never reach its destination, vanishing into thin air and becoming one of aviation's most enduring mysteries. The flight plan took them over the Canadian wilderness, a vast and unforgiving landscape. The Britannia, a symbol of modern aviation at the time, was equipped with the latest technology. It had a cruising speed of 360 miles per hour and a range of over 4,000 miles. The crew, experienced and well-trained, were confident in their ability to navigate the challenges of the long journey ahead. As the plane took off, it climbed steadily into the clear blue sky, leaving behind the familiar sights and sounds of Vancouver. Hours into the flight, as Flight 3501 flew over the remote wilderness of British Columbia, the unexpected happened. The last radio transmission from the plane was received at 1:03 a.m. The transmission was garbled and unclear. Air traffic controllers struggled to decipher the message, their concern growing with each passing moment. Static and interference plagued the airwaves, making it impossible to understand the pilot's words. The message seemed to indicate a problem, but the nature of the problem remained frustratingly unclear. Had the plane encountered mechanical difficulties? Was it battling severe weather? Or was something else entirely amiss? The lack of a clear distress call only deepened the mystery, leaving investigators to grapple with endless possibilities. The silence that followed the garbled transmission was deafening, a stark contrast to the usual chatter of radio communication that filled the airwaves. As soon as it became clear that Flight 3501 was missing, a massive search and rescue operation was launched. Time was of the essence. The longer the plane remained missing, the slimmer the chances of finding survivors. Search planes took to the skies, their crews scanning the vast expanse of wilderness below. Ground teams were dispatched to the last known location of the aircraft, their progress hampered by the rugged terrain. The Royal Canadian Air Force deployed search and rescue aircraft, including C-47 Dakotas and C-119 flying boxcars. These planes, equipped with searchlights and flares, scoured the area day and night. Ground crews, consisting of volunteers, police, and military personnel, faced a daunting task. The terrain was a mix of dense forests, towering mountains, and treacherous ravines. The sheer size of the search area, combined with the challenging conditions, made the task seem almost insurmountable. The search for Flight 3501 was severely hampered by the harsh conditions of the Canadian wilderness. The weather, a fickle mistress at the best of times, turned against the search efforts. Heavy snow began to fall, blanketing the ground and reducing visibility. The snowstorm raged for days, grounding aircraft and making it impossible for ground teams to continue their search. Temperatures plummeted, turning the wet snow into a treacherous, icy slush. The freezing conditions made it even more difficult for searchers to operate effectively. Frostbite and hypothermia became real dangers for those who braved the elements. Despite the relentless challenges, the search continued. Teams worked tirelessly, their determination fueled by a glimmer of hope and a sense of duty to the missing passengers and crew. Section 5. Theories in the wind. What could have happened? In the absence of concrete evidence, theories about the fate of Flight 3501 abounded. Some experts speculated that the plane might have suffered a catastrophic mechanical failure. The Bristol Britannia, though a relatively new aircraft, had experienced some technical issues in the past. Could a malfunctioning engine or a structural failure have led to the plane's demise? Others pointed to the possibility of severe weather. The Canadian wilderness was known for its unpredictable and often violent weather patterns. Could the plane have been caught in a sudden and violent storm, its fate sealed by powerful winds and blinding snow? Pilot error was also considered, although the crew of Flight 3501 was highly experienced and well regarded. Could a navigational error or a misjudgment in challenging conditions have led to the tragedy? The inaccessibility of the crash site, if there even was one, only added to the mystery. The vast and unforgiving terrain made it possible that the wreckage of Flight 3501 could remain hidden for years, perhaps forever. Section 6. The search continues. Modern technology offers hope. Despite the passage of time, the mystery of Flight 3501 continues to captivate and intrigue. In recent years, there has been renewed interest in solving this aviation enigma, fueled by advancements in technology. Modern search efforts have turned to sophisticated tools that were unavailable in 1957. Satellite imagery, with its ability to scan vast areas in high resolution, has become a valuable asset in the search for missing aircraft. Drones equipped with high-definition cameras and advanced sensors can access remote and treacherous locations that are difficult or impossible for humans to reach. These unmanned aerial vehicles can cover large areas quickly and efficiently, providing a bird's-eye view of the terrain. Ground-penetrating radar, another technological marvel, offers the ability to see beneath the surface, potentially detecting buried wreckage or other anomalies. These advancements, combined with the dedication of researchers, investigators, and volunteers, offer a glimmer of hope that the mystery of Flight 3501 may one day be solved. Section 7. A cold case reopened, the power of satellite imagery. In 2024, a team of researchers announced a promising lead in the search for Flight 3501. Using high-resolution satellite imagery, the team identified a remote area in the coast mountains of British Columbia that showed unusual terrain features. The images revealed a series of depressions and changes in vegetation that could be consistent with an aircraft impact site. This discovery has generated considerable excitement among those who have followed the case for years. While it is too early to say for certain whether this is the final resting place of Flight 3501, the new evidence provides a compelling reason to reopen the investigation. Plans are underway to conduct aerial reconnaissance of the area using drones equipped with LiDAR, or light detection and ranging technology. LiDAR can create detailed three-dimensional maps of the terrain even through dense vegetation, which could help to confirm or rule out the presence of wreckage. Section 8. A legacy of loss. Remembering Flight 3501. The disappearance of Canadian Pacific Airlines Flight 3501 remains one of the most perplexing aviation mysteries in history. The loss of life, the unanswered questions, and the enduring mystery continue to haunt the families of those who were lost and the aviation community as a whole. Despite the passage of time, the memory of Flight 3501 serves as a reminder of the unforgiving nature of the wilderness and the fragility of human life. The tragedy had a profound impact on aviation safety protocols. In the wake of the disaster, there were calls for improved search and rescue capabilities, better communication systems in remote areas, and more stringent aircraft maintenance regulations. The lessons learned from Flight 3501, though painful, contributed to making air travel safer for future generations. Section 9. The unanswered questions. A haunting silence remains. Despite decades of searching and countless theories, the mystery of Flight 3501 endures. The lack of a definitive answer only adds to the intrigue. What happened in the final moments of the flight? What caused the garbled radio transmission? And where, in the vast expanse of the Canadian wilderness, does the wreckage of Flight 3501 lie? These unanswered questions continue to fuel speculation and inspire ongoing search efforts. The story of Flight 3501 serves as a haunting reminder that even in our age of advanced technology, some mysteries remain unsolved, their secrets hidden beneath layers of time, speculation, and the unforgiving embrace of the wilderness. The search for answers, like the memory of those lost, continues.